On the 19th of August 1978 in the Cinema Rex fire, the Cinema Rex in Abadan, Iran, was set ablaze, killing at least 470 individuals. The event started when men barred the doors and doused the place with gasoline before setting it alight. The ruling government of Iran reported that Islamic militants set the fire, while the anti-Shah protesters blamed the intelligence service of the nation, SAVAK, for setting the fire. Later it was disclosed that Islamic militants set the Cinema Rex fire. The fire, on the 19th of August 1978 at the Cinema Rex in Abadan, Iran. Hundreds of people were watching the dares when, at 2021, 4 men barred the doors of the cinema and doused it with petrol from a can. The fire started outside 3 entrance doors to the main hall, after the attackers allegedly dropped a match into the petrol. The attackers then fled and blocked the doors from the outside. Some people attempted to escape by the roof. None of the 3 tankers sent by the fire department had water, and the police department, only 100 meters away, did not respond in a timely manner. Death toll. There is speculation over the actual number of casualties incurred during the fire. Some of the numbers cited by sources include 377, 410, 430, 422, and over 800. A 1980 Amnesty International report states that there were 438 victims, including individuals who were tried and wrongfully executed after the fire itself. Daniel L. Bynum in The Washington Post said in 2007 that the fire was the second deadliest terrorist attack in modern history, after only the September 11, 2001 attacks. It has since also been surpassed by the 2007 Cartania bombings in Iraq, which killed 796. Motives and responsibility. There have been numerous allegations in the past regarding the circumstances which led to the Cinema Rex fire. However, it is certain that it was a key event that triggered the Iranian Revolution in 1978. Initially, the revolutionaries alleged that intelligence SAVAK agents were in pursuit of individuals who ran into the movie theater and used it as an opportunity to hide in a large crowd at the cinema. Later, either the fugitives or the SAVAK agents chasing them decided to lock the doors of the cinema. Unable to escape from the building, everyone inside the cinema died as a result of the conflagration. The Iranian newspaper Sabah pointed fingers to the radical Islamists in an editorial. "Don't make us disclose who were really behind the Cinema Rex fire," they said. This caused the newspaper to be shut down shortly after. Post-Islamic Revolution follow-up of the case. According to the Washington-based Iran Rights.org, the families of the victims followed up the case, and the newly established Iranian government arrested Captain Munir Tahiri. The Revolutionary Tribunal of Rudsa showed that Captain Tahiri had received guerrilla training in the United States, while the defense maintained that Tahiri had never visited Abadan, stressing that he was in Ahvaz at the time of the blaze. The Revolutionary Tribunal found Tahiri guilty, and executed him shortly thereafter on February 23, 1979. According to Washington-based Iran Rights.org, the day after Captain Tahiri's execution, his family asserted his innocence in an open letter published in the press and called on his fellow officers to come forward and testify. The letter also refuted the allegation regarding the defendant's guerrilla training in the U.S. and referred to the fact that he had never traveled outside Iran. The letter refuted the charge related to the Cinema Rex fire, noting that Captain Tahiri had never been in Abadan and that there are documents proving that at the time he was on vacation elsewhere. The Medal of Honor, it stressed, was given to him prior to the Rex cinema fire, after an effective public campaign headed by families of Cinema Rex victims, that included a 4.5-month sit-in at a government office. A representative of Ayatollah Khomeini and Ayatollah Zia Rouhani presided over a public trial that would reopen the Cinema Rex case for the final time, lasting from August 25 to September 4, 1980. The Revolutionary Tribunal would oversee 17 court sessions that involved the trial of 26 individuals, including the only survivor of the four-man arson team. After much deliberation, Hossein Takbalizadeh, the lone surviving arsonist, and 5 others were put to death in public. Bibliography. Mottahida, Roy P. The Mantle of the Prophet, Religion and Politics in Iran. Oxford, One World, 2000. Byman, Daniel L. The Rise of Low-Tech Terrorism, Washington Post, 6 May 2007, B03.